Hey, it's Kit Kat. Welcome to my channel. Um, yeah. So I got my coffee, or what's left of it. Today is Saturday, or no. What the fuck? Today is Sunday. Apparently, yeah. Today is Sunday. Um, because I know this because I usually do my videos on Sunday. Sorry about the lapse of what day it is. I need more coffee. Usually I don't say that. I think I need a little bit more coffee than anything. But yeah. Um, with that being said, with the lack of verbiage, um, to tell you the truth, this weekend was has been better than last weekend. This weekend, my family went, or my sister and her family went to her mother in law's um, out in the boonies, um, even more so of boonies than where we live right now. Like they live with no cell service. I'm pretty fortunate to have cell service right now. So, though I work, I'm like right here next to my job. So, yeah, this weekend has actually been pretty good. Last weekend was hard because, um, yeah, I, um, it was just difficult. I was so happy when last weekend was over. This weekend, I've been playing boss. hmm Um, as most of you know, if you follow my YouTube channel, I've been promoted to unofficially, unofficial, um, yeah, the unofficial assistant manager in training. I've been in this position for a couple of months now, and I like it. I am more trusted than some of the other people. Um, and as I should, because I've been here for 3 years and I've been the most faithful. If you have seen my previous videos, you know that's true. I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's ass, but I am the faithful one. Just ask any of my friends who are going to watch this video. So yeah, so they left around uh, on Friday when I got off of work. I Yeah, Friday I had off, but I got called in to close, and that was a doozy. Like, this is how my weekend started. I worked, like I said, I was supposed to have off on Friday. I got called in to close. As I was closing, while I was at work on Friday night, there was this couple. Um, yeah, there were three couples. The first couple that came in, they knew what they wanted. The second couple kind of knew what they wanted, but I helped them out. The third couple, now all three couples came in roughly around the same time. So, what, you have six people, just making a mad dash to Subway? Yeah. Um, at the time on Friday, I was working with a really awesome young lady. She does a really good job. Her name is Savannah. She's awesome. Um, she did nothing wrong. Um, but it was funny because as I am working on, I was prepping the third couple's food. Now, this is where it gets funny, and I had to where yeah, this is also where my professionalism actually shined, and where my mouth kind of showed up, because as I was taking care of this lovely couple, now this couple usually comes in like maybe once or twice a week. Usually they don't see me until the weekend or earlier in the week. So they saw me, we exchanged pleasantries and whatnot. So now, mind you, whenever somebody opens the door will make this obnoxious doorbell sound, like dinging sound, and you can hear it through the back. So I knew all of these people were in the store. Um, so, like I said, first couple that came in, they were sweet as can be. I think they were out of towners. The second couple, they you could tell that they had not been in a Subway for quite some time because I had to help them out. But my favorite couple was the third one, which I kind of had an idea of what they wanted. Um, they both wanted footlongs, they both wanted chicken. I got everybody ready. I did his footlong first, put it in the toaster. Usually I will make the sub, and if it's toasted, my I will turn around behind me where the toaster is like this, and then I go back. I did the same thing for her. I got her sub all set up while I was waiting for his food. Now, in true Kit Kat vlogs fashion, I like to talk people through. Like, I'm a talker. I will admit it. I will be lying if I said that I didn't talk and jibby jab to you while I'm making your food. I blame this. Yeah. Most of the time, the whole jibby jabby thing is me uh, having too much caffeine. So, in true Kit Kat form, while I was making their food, while I was prepping her sandwich, I was prepping the wife's sandwich. I was talking, minding my own business, doing my thing. Her husband's sub got done in the toaster. I plopped that out, switched them out, put hers in the toaster, turned around. At this time, I was still talking to, I was still talking to the couple, right? So here I am, just minding my own business. I was waiting. I think Savannah was helping the other couple in front, you know, while I'm talking to one of my favorite, couples. The doorbell rings and more people show up. This is where it gets weird. I turn around because her food was the wife's food was done in the toaster. I turned around, I plopped her stuff down, got it off of the tray, put the tray back. I looked up and lo and behold, I see this dude. It wasn't the couple that I had originally looked at. Here, this unknown dude in a blue jacket had butted in front of my favorite couple. So I looked up at him with deer in the headlights type thing, and he's like, I want a sub. Okay, what the fuck? Yeah, I didn't say that out loud. I was like, okay, can I help you? I was like, I'm sorry, sir. I will help you in a moment, but I was helping these two, you know. He looks over to his left side and he's like, yeah, I was in front of them. Well, that's fun. And yeah, any other person would be like, okay, you fuckface. Professionally, I can't do that. Mind you, I'm on the clock, and in order for me to not cause a scene, because right now he wants to cause a scene, like I was this close to um to cussing him out. But professionally, I was like, I'm sorry, sir, but I was working. Let me get these lovely people um, out of the way and then I'll help you. No. He's like, no, I'll stay right here. I was in front of them. You kind of just, you know, they butted in front of me. I was like, fuck this. hmm Mind you, sorry about that. I needed to finish. Mind you, um, I had been present. Yeah, mind you, I had been present. My body and I've been facing forward, watching the whole kid and caboodle. I have never seen this fucking dude's face in my life. So, instead of fighting with him, I was like, okay, sir. He's like, yeah, you just kind of skipped over me. I was like, sir, I, I'm sorry if I have actually done, and like, I was like, dude, if I have honestly done something wrong, let me fix it. I looked over um, at the couple and I was like, I'm sorry, let me take care of this and then I'll get your stuff done. I'll get to your veggies. And they're like, oh, it's okay. I think they were more confused. I think the couple was more confused as to what was going on. I think everybody was confused. This guy just, from the sound of it, the guy who butted in front of them just saw the line and just assumed that I was going to take care of him. Like if he butted, I would see him. And I was like, well, where were you? Because it was, I went down the line. I was like, I didn't see you. If if you were really in front, if I had skipped over you, I would have seen you at one point. And he's like, well, I went to the bathroom and then I had to go back into my car, but they butted, I was before them. I was like, sir, if you are not directly in front of me, and if I don't see you in front of me at the time, yeah, yeah. Well, first of all, I knew that I was being lied to. I was like, well, technically, I've been here the whole time. I was like, sir, I've been in the same spot for the past like 25 minutes. I would have known if you were in the store. I say hello to every single person. If you were to come in, yeah, I knew I was being lied to by him because, like I said, every time that every time that somebody comes into the store, I don't know what it is. I feel like one of those greeting dogs. Um yeah, I was taught very well by Subway to acknowledge every single person that comes into the door. That comes into the store. And he's like, well, maybe the door wasn't working. And I'm like, actually, yeah, it was, because I heard the doorbell worked just fine. We got a new doorbell, uh, and it's been working. Like I said, I think this guy just I think he just didn't want to be in line anymore. He saw a gap between uh, the couples that came in before him. So, like a professional, and like, yeah, instead of fighting with him because I knew he wasn't going to like move out of the way and be an actual gentleman about this, I was like, okay. I looked at the couple and I'm like, I'm sorry, hold on a second, I'll deal with this. I turned to look at him and I was like, okay, now that I was rudely interrupted, do you want a 6 inch or a foot long? And he's like, I want a tuna sandwich. Sir, do you want a 6 inch or a foot long? And he goes, I want a tuna. I was like, what freaking bread do you want on your tuna? I already know that you want tuna. And he's like, I was like, a 6 inch or a foot long? And he's like, oh, a foot long. Okay, what kind of bread? And he goes, tuna. I was like, sir, you already butted in front of people. Can you at least answer? If you know, he's like, well, God, yeah. He started mumbling, and I was like, well, I'm sorry, what did you say? And he's like, well, you need to do your job. First of all, I am doing my job. You know, finally, he answers all of my questions. It was a foot long tuna on Italian. So I get it all. In frustration, I take out the bread, slam it on the cutting board, do what I need to do, plop. I did his sub in like record speed. I did his uh yeah, I did his stuff in record speed. Um and so I was like, "Do you want any cheese?" He said no. Note this. Note that he didn't want any cheese. I put it on I was like, "Do you want it toasted?" He said yes. I put it on uh the little basket to go into the toaster. He saw that there was no cheese. He's like, "Oh, I want provolone." Okay. I put provolone and he goes, "I said I wanted cheese." I'm like, "Dude, I am putting cheese on this thing, okay?" I was like, he's like, "Well, um he's like, what is your problem?" And I'm like, I put his stuff in the toaster and he's like, "Oh my God, what is your problem?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not the one butting in front of everybody causing, embarrassment. Like, all you have been doing, I was like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. At this point, when I said I don't know, I'm not the one who butted in front of everybody uh, and caused a whole bunch of drama. That's when he apologized. He's like, I'm sorry, but I was in front of them. I just had to go to the bathroom and you just didn't do your job right. So, yeah. Once he said that, after I got his stuff taken care of, I looked at him and I was like, "Sir, if if you choose to come in to the store again, can you at least do 3 things for me?" He is like, "Oh, what are they?" First of all, don't bud in front of anybody. Change your attitude. And 3, I'm not taking care of you anymore. Like, I was so done. Yeah. And that was all on Friday. Yeah. He ended up whining. I got, yeah. Once his sub was done toasting, I took it out of the toaster. I finally got back to what I was doing with my favorite couple. They were the sweetest. And stuff like that. They saw the whole thing go down. And I was grateful for my coworker, Savannah, because um, out of nowhere, she comes to the rescue, got his uh, veggies done, got him all cashed out, and she's like, "Have a great day." And he's like, "Yeah, whatever." So he finally leaves, and the couple, you know, we Yeah, my favorite couple and I were actually talking about it after he left. They're like, I, you know, the wife, I was saying to him, I think, yeah, we both, all of us came to the conclusion that I think he just did not want to wait anymore. And he just wanted attention. Not only did he get attention, but he got me annoyed. I'm sorry, now I got the hiccups. But yeah, that was that was kind of like the highlight of my weekend so far. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I have catering orders to do and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I have two catering orders to do, and I have to do them before I leave at 2 today because um, the two closers that we have, they don't know how to do catering orders. So, um, yeah. The one catering order, I have a 3 foot sub plus, I think, cookie platter and a toppings tray. And then the other order, um, alongside, uh, alongside some miscellaneous stuff and whatnot. And then the second catering order is just a sub platter, which I might do that one first because that one is going to be the easiest one to do. So, um, I think I might do that before the 3 foot sub because the 3 foot sub is kind of tedious. I think that's what I'll do. So, yeah. Now that I drank all of my coffee, um, I just wanted to come on here, say hi, um, give you a coffee time and story time. But right now, my fingers are cold. And I think I'm going to go and get another cup of coffee um, because I got a long day ahead and I think I'm going to need the other coffee. So, um, but anyway, I'm going to start my day probably making cookies and all of that good stuff. But yeah, um, I hope everyone has a good weekend. I will see you in the next video. Sorry about all the rambling. I think that's more of the coffee kicking in. But I hope you enjoy this video. I will see you in the next one.